Hey everybody, today we're going to be tackling some leaky T-tops. So anybody who really has a Z31, it's a common problem, but where the T-top meets the body of the car, so right in the front here as well in the back, it's a common issue for water to leak in when it rains. And this makes your seat wet, this gets your floors wet, it makes rust, so it's never a good thing. So we're going to try and remedy that, or at least try to make it a bit better. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off this panel here, and we're going to be trying to move the window up a little bit higher. So I don't know if you can tell, it might be a little tough to see with the lighting outside, but over here at the rear, in the seam where the window meets the body of the car, let's see if I can get a little closer here. So right there you can see we're at the seam where the T-top meets the body as well as the window, and you can actually see the top of the window inside of that crack, and above the top of the window, that's just outside, that's where the water's coming in from. So that's why we're going to try to raise the window so that it makes that gap a little smaller, and it might even remove the gap fully depending on your situation. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I already tried it on the passenger door and it works 100% fine. So I'm going to show you how to do it on the driver door. So let's get to it. Alright, so first we have to take off this armrest. There's going to be what looks like 4 of these little plugs that are blocking the screws. So we're going to take those out first, then the screws. We're going to unplug the window switches, and then we can start on the actual panel itself. And that's it for all the screws. So now there's just a bunch of clips on the sides and the bottom, and we're just going to pop those out and then pull the whole thing up, and it should come out as one piece. Alright, so now we have the door panel off, and what we're looking for is underneath the plastic film here, there's going to be 2 10mm nuts. So we got one of them right here on the end, and then the other one is right here. We actually don't even have to break the seal. So these are our 2 stopper adjustments. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower the window a bit so it's not all the way up, and then we're going to loosen those off. We're going to push the stopper up a little bit more, tighten it, and then we can test it out. So we just have to plug the armrest back in so that we can lower the window. Like that. Alright, so what I did is I loosened these off. Before I did it, the bottom of the nut here was fully covering the little gap there. So I raised it about 2 or 3 millimeters, and I did the same thing with the one over there. So now I'm going to plug the armrest back in. I'm going to raise the window and see if it covers the gap. Alright, so we have the door closed here. Do the window up. Alright, and if we take a look inside of the crack here again, I'm not sure if you can tell, but the window is probably covering up half of the gap that used to be there. So I'm going to probably raise the window a little bit more and try again. Alright, so I've been fiddling with the adjusters for the past 5 minutes, just trying to get them right. You have to understand that you can't just raise the window as high as you want. It will eventually interfere with the frame of the car, so you have to kind of balance it between the height and the compatibility. So what I have it set at right now, I had to lower the front a little bit because the window frame was hitting the car. And then in the back over here, you can see it's raised a little bit higher. So when I close the door, see the window tucks nicely underneath the T-top there. And everywhere else it's okay. Over here it kind of interferes with the seal a bit. The seal still is on the outside of the window though, so that should be fine. I'll maybe have to massage that a little bit better. But other than that though, everything seems to fit pretty good. So if we go inside the car, if we look back into the gap here, I can barely see the top of the window. So I would say this one's gonna be leaking a lot less. And then the front one over here, I wasn't able to go as high as I would have liked. You still can see the top of the window a bit at certain angles, like right there. You can still see outside a bit, so this is still gonna leak a little bit, but it's probably gonna be much better than it was before. Alright, and all that's left to do now is put the door panel back on and bolt everything up. Hopefully this was able to help some of you out at least. It might not help everybody out or make everything 100% perfect, but it's worth a shot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.